Welcome back to this episode of Kingsport Blog Video Update. I'm Jeff Fleming, Assistant City Manager for Development here in Kingsport. And today we're going to go through the popular posts most recently on kingsportblogger.com. So you can actually follow along at www.kingsportblogger.com. And if you want to sign up to receive emails from that website, you can look for the follow by email box close to the top of the screen. Enter your email, follow the instructions from Google, and you'll receive these updates as they come in. So we'd love to have you join that website. So the most popular post thus far in the past 30 days is that Wellmont is to open a physical therapy rehab facility inside the YMCA. As you know, the YMCA is co-located with the Aquatic Center out in the Meadowview Gateway area. We had an opportunity to tour the Y recently, and you know, it's a total wellness center. It's not just about a place to go and lift weights. It's about total health, and that is going to be so important in the future because as talented people are considering moving to your area, they want to know that they have the opportunity to live healthy lifestyles and have access to facilities that allow them to do so. So it's a total wellness type program, and I would encourage you to check that out. And we also have the new memberships available for the Aquatic Center. You can join the Aquatic Center on its own, or if you are a member of the YMCA, you will have access to the Aquatic Center because of the revenue sharing agreement that they have with the City of Kingsport. So check that out. Number two is the Kingsport Office of Small Business and Entrepreneurship, which is headquartered at the Chamber of Commerce. One of the award winners, Pixie Studios, that's P-I-C-S-E-E, and the Pixie Chicks, as they call themselves, were featured by the Tennessee Secretary of State in the Tennessee Business Spotlight for March of 2013. It's always great to see local talent featured statewide, and great exposure for their business and great exposure for our community. Number three is the Downtown Kingsport Membership Drive. That's going on all month. Actually, you can join anytime that you want to. You know, downtown is everybody's neighborhood, and I would encourage you as an individual to consider joining to support downtown or your business. There's a sliding scale based on the size of your business and how much you want to contribute. The individual membership, which is called a Friend of Downtown, starts at $50, and I know that Christy and I yesterday, my wife, joined as Friends of Downtown in addition to what the city does for DKA, because we just believe in downtown as our neighborhood. One of the programs that they're starting is the Love Kingsport Get It Downtown. You get this card to stick in your window, and they're working on a merchant card to have mutual promotions in the downtown area. So for more information, you can call Sherry Mosley at the Downtown Kingsport Association at 245-6550. This Friday, March 22nd, is the Carousel Fine Art Show, or excuse me, Fine Craft Show and the Brass Ring Gala. If you have an opportunity, please, please, please drop by Friday night. All of the carousel animals, the rounding boards, which are the artist renderings that are going to go around the top of the carousel, are all going to be featured inside the Farmers Market building in front of Food City at Clinchfield Street beginning this Friday afternoon, and it'll go through the weekend. Now, if you buy a ticket for the gala on Friday night, it'll authorize you to get in the craft show all weekend. It's a fine juried craft show. Excellent opportunities to purchase and support such a wonderful cause. I love hearing the story that Valerie Yo tells about her late husband Gail and his vision to have a carousel in Kingsport, and going to Chattanooga to learn how to carve animals. So all of these carvers are volunteers, and they have provided their own money to buy the carving utensils, to pay for the lessons, and then committed their time to make this wonderful donation that will literally live for generations in Kingsport. So please go by and support them and check out the various animals. The last one that Valerie is carving, she's carved 3 already, but the last one that she's going to carve is a flying pig because when her husband initially floated the idea of having a carousel in Kingsport, she said, "Honey, we'll have a carousel in Kingsport when pigs fly." So it's just appropriate that she incorporates a flying pig into the carousel. So be sure and support that if you can. Next most popular post is the Board of Education meeting notes. Again, if you sign up for Kingsport blog, again, go to kingsportblogger.com, followed by email, you will get the summary of the Board of Education meetings as they happen. At this most recent one that was so popular, there was discussion from the University of Memphis Confucius Institute regarding the potential of having a Chinese language program for Kingsport City Schools. So if you don't think they're doing cutting edge things at Kingsport City Schools, they certainly are, and you would have an opportunity to stay in the loop on that. They're also looking at the Midland Center, which is right across from Dobbins-Bennett, to become the City of Kingsport Health Clinic. That was discussed by the Board of Education, and they also discussed the renovations of the American Legion facility, which they now call the Legion Center, which is right behind the Legion Pool and Civic Auditorium, to become the Dobbins-Bennett Junior ROTC program. And I believe David Fry said recently there were about 150 students that participate in that program. They will have a new walkway that they can connect to the school and will make great use of that facility. Next most popular post was senior computer lessons. In case you did not know, the Kingsport Senior Center offers computer lessons. I know my mom was talking about the intimidation of just feeling like you're kind of getting left behind if you don't know how to go online and shop or talk to your grandkids with FaceTime or any of the number of things that you can do with technology. The Senior Center's computer program offers introduction and in a way that's very comfortable and non-threatening, so that you can learn. There's no bad questions. You can just ask what's on your mind and they will show you how to use a computer. So I would encourage you to take advantage of that program by calling the Kingsport Senior Center. Next is the Jan Mar Restaurant has reopened on Broad Street. Again, this is from your popular post by Click. A lot of folks interested in that restaurant reopening. It's actually the former owners of Bonefire, which is a tremendous barbecue restaurant, have moved into the Jan Mar. Now they're offering an incredible breakfast, but their lunch and dinner is very similar to what they had offered at Bonefire. So I made the mistake of walking to a meeting last night, and I walked through the alley right beside Jan Mar, and the smell will absolutely drive you crazy, because they're out there smoking ribs and barbecue, and they're cooking hamburgers on the open grill, and it's just a wonderful place. So be sure and check that out. It's in the 100 block of Broad Street on the train station end of Broad Street. Next most popular post, April 13th and 14th, Sleeping Beauty, which is a production of the Kingsport Ballet. It's the 10th annual production of that program. Tickets are available. It'll be at the Toy Reed Center, and you can take advantage of that opportunity. We take for granted what the ballet does for Kingsport. Their new facility here in downtown is incredible, and I watched a video the other day summarizing their activities. Folks drive as far as Knoxville to come up and take lessons at the Kingsport Ballet. So be sure and take advantage of this wonderful arts program by checking out Sleeping Beauty, and that's April 13th and 14th at the Toy Reed Center. And last but not least, Urban Synergy was featured recently in the Sunday Stories part of the Times News, as were many businesses in the downtown area. But John and Angela Vachon, who own Urban Synergy, are tireless supporters of downtown in every way. They volunteer with DKA. They own buildings. They do tours of lofts and facilities. And every time they leave town, they take pictures of what other downtowns are doing, and they bring them back to us, and their enthusiasm is just infectious. So if you get a chance, drop by Urban Synergy on Broad Street. They're in the Progress Building. Say hello to John and Angela. Their office is right there on the first floor, and they have many business spaces as well as residential spaces, lofts available. In fact, they don't even advertise the lofts anywhere but Craigslist because they are so popular. And again, John and Angela have just done a tremendous job for Kingsport, and we just want to say thank you, John and Angela, for all you do. That's your quick update from Kingsport Blog, and we look forward to seeing you next time.